director is John Rawson here. John Rawson. Mueller. No? No John Rawson? John Rawson? Sure. Okay. What about John? James Haymar, Trevor, all right, here we go. Hey, give it up for this phenomenal senior class in front of you. I told you seniors that we're going to try to keep it short and sweet this year so we can get on out of here, but I wanted to make sure we have a special recognition. So first off, will you please give it up for Kendall Heckman. Just incredibly important, not only to the band program and to the jazz band program, but you have seen her on stage with the theater multiple times. You've seen her with the choir. Kendall is just an all-around talented individual who just loves and cares deeply about all the fine arts, and you've seen that tonight as well, having trumpet solos, having vocal solos, and being such a great mentor back in the trumpet section. So please, one more time, give it up for Kendall. Next we have Paul Havemeyer. Give it up for my guy. I feel like Paul brought his entire extended family here this year and last year. They're up on stage this year. It's awesome. We're going to miss having that energy in the future. Seeing Paul grow from his freshman year to his senior year, quite literally grow from to here, has just been awesome. I think Paul and I had a bet, like his freshman or sophomore year, about if he's going to make it 6 foot or not, and he got there, but this forehead still got him just a little bit, so we got that going. But Paul has been a source of fun and energy and consistency in this trombone section that everybody in that section and this entire band is going to miss a lot, and I know I'm going to miss Paul. He's going to have an awesome year next year at St. Mary's playing some tennis. Give it up for Paul Havemeyer. How about for drum major Noah Smith? Noah, voice crack. Noah has also been a complete rock in that trombone section. He's been a super, super leader. Again, not just in jazz band, but in, I think we're getting there, but as well as in marching band and the concert band programs. He's an exceptional talent. He's a great human. He's super funny. And I'm sorry for the your mom jokes all the time, Noah Smith. And Carrie. I apologize for that. But, I don't know, where is she? Okay. I don't mean them. But no, Noah, you've been awesome. You've been awesome to have in class and in jazz band. We're going to miss you playing lead bone. You sound awesome. Give it up for Noah Smith. We're moving on to my right, your left, Joshua Gentilia. Give it up to him. This is my 3rd year doing the jazz band. This is my 1st year here. Dr. Bonsignor was leading an incredible project for me that year, and Josh was growing and growing and growing as an awesome trumpet player and developing into a nice lead player as well. But the last 3 years, Josh has really held down the fort, not only just playing some great lead trumpet, but really developing his improv chops and just becoming an all-around amazing musician. He was the first person since Andreas, which is 3 or 4 years ago, to make the All-State Jazz Band, which I think is just an awesome experience. And just really setting the tone for what trumpet playing and lead trumpet playing is here at Platte County, and we will surely miss Josh. He's going to be going to Truman State next year. Give it up for Joshua Gentilia. All right, another member of the hot dog family. We haven't had a hot dog family in a hot second. Man, that was a hot minute ago. We got Will Kindlinger. Give it up for Will. The first time that I really heard the Platte County High School Jazz Band play when I was a staff member here was when Dr. Bond took the jazz band to Missouri Western State University, and I was sitting right in front of Will and Chris Gentilia as well, and they were playing Groovin' Hard, I believe, and just absolutely wore Will's sound like all over that hall. Like, who is this kid? Is this kid a junior? Is he a senior? But no, that was just freshman Will Kindlinger. And from developing just that awesome sound to his fun and his passion and his love for jazz over the next 4 years has been been just amazing. Will keeps me honest. I think it's like once every 2 weeks he sends me a message like, have you listened to this? Have you listened to this? So I know Will's going to go far in jazz band. I'll miss him a lot. Give it up for Will Kimlinger. All right, and then we have on the end, Quinn Duggan. Give it up. I recall Quinn's freshman year. Now, Quinn was not in jazz band his freshman year, but I knew that I was going to be taking over the jazz band the next year, and we had Hannah Hamble that was playing piano, but I was thinking years ahead, like, we need some more piano players. And I heard these legendary tales of this amazing piano playing. I'm like, Quinn, you want to do jazz band next year? And the answer was, nope, definitely not whatsoever. But seeing him grow from being just a clarinet player in our band program to being like an all-world clarinet player, making all-state, making the program all 4 years on clarinet, as well as being a superstar piano player, and again, just a tremendous mentor in his clarinet section and the rhythm section, has made me super, super proud. And I think the best part for Quinn about tonight is back in middle school with Miss Chesney, he always wanted to add vibrato to clarinet, which he cannot do. But tonight you can with clarinet a la King, and he sounded awesome on that. So please, give it up for Quinn Duggan. All right, we have one more piece for you before we play that. Please give a round of applause to these seniors. One more. And I would be remiss without pleading with you all. This setup doesn't just take a minute, it takes hours or days, and the teardown takes just as long. So if you could please help get everything up here, put away, ready to go, so that when we come back to school on Monday, it's ready for that. I would be so appreciative of y'all. You guys have been super fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this last song. Don't stop believing. One, two, Take